AJ Chua, and welcome to Adjusting Your Heart. Our topic today is how to enhance your AQ, or Adversity Quotient. Adversities in life may come in the form of a shattered dream, broken relationship, debilitating accident, physical illness, financial loss, or death of a loved one. How we respond to these trying circumstances reveal our AQ. So let's learn 2 effective strategies to strengthen our AQ. The term AQ is popularized by Dr. Paul Stoltz in 1997. He wrote a book entitled Adversity Quotient, Turning Obstacles into Opportunities. AQ measures one's ability to cope, withstand, and triumph over difficult circumstances. AQ is also commonly known as resilience and is correlated to one's productivity and success at work. You can check out our previous video entitled How to Become a Resilient You. People with higher AQ view hardships as temporary, and as a result, they are more likely to recover faster compared to those with lower AQ. Here's the first strategy to improve your AQ. Strategy number 1. Focus on the upside of adversity. When problems occur, our natural tendency is to worry, to panic, to complain, or to ask, "Why me, Lord?" But continually doing so without addressing the issue only destroys our mental health and aggravates the situation. People with higher AQ do not dwell on the negative aspects. Instead, they spend more efforts on figuring out how to improve their situation. My first point is actually based on this book, The Upside of Adversity. And I'd like to thank my former Changka Shek students, Henry and Sandra Ngo, for giving me this book. They're in the picture wearing white Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse shirts. The one in the middle is Sally and her daughter Elise. The author, Oz Hillman, shared how he was able to bounce back after facing financial setbacks and marital difficulties with God's help. He called these experiences as the Joseph Pit and the Joseph Calling. I talked about Joseph in my last video on how to cultivate a forgiving heart. At 17, he was sold by his brothers to foreigners. He became a slave, was wrongfully accused of rape, and stayed in prison for around 13 years. Instead of becoming bitter, he chose to keep trusting God, do his best, and care for others. So at the age of 30, he became the prime minister of Egypt. God allowed Joseph to undergo betrayal, injustice, and hardships to prepare him for something great. As Dr. Paul Stoltz says, without adversity, we can never unleash our greatness. Joseph learned to be humble and to serve. He learned how to lead a small band of people, namely Potiphar's servants and then the prisoners. The skills he acquired eventually helped him rule over Egypt effectively. So my friends, maybe you are undergoing through severe trials at this time. Take heart and trust that, like Joseph, God is preparing you for something great. Personally, I can tell you that God won't waste any of the pain and suffering that you are enduring right now. Here's a rare picture of my mom attending my graduation. This was taken in Boston, where I took my doctorate in marriage and family counseling. My mom wasn't able to attend my high school graduation because she had an aneurysm at the age of 45. I was 16 at the time and about to graduate high school. A vein in her brain ruptured and she underwent a brain operation. Thank God that after being in coma for 1.5 months, she finally woke up. However, she was half paralyzed, couldn't speak, and couldn't eat. She had to use an NGT. As I look back, I truly see God's hand in guiding me and my family every step of the way. God used this trial to strengthen my faith and mold my character. Since I know that we had financial problems, I resolved to study hard in college so I can get scholarships. I took on a tutoring job after school to earn my own allowance. I helped take care of my mom and tend our store. All these enabled me and my two brothers, Jerry and Jackson, to become more mature, more patient, and more compassionate. Because many friends and relatives helped us, we've been helping others who are also in need once we were able to. My experiences also helped me to become an empathetic counselor. Being a caregiver for my mom for more than 30 years, I know firsthand that it's a daunting task. So when I visit the sick, I don't only talk to the patient, but also to the family members taking care of the patient. Another good thing that emerged was that I became closer to my mom. You can check out our previous video entitled 3 Practical Tips to Manage Anger. I shared there how my mom was my mortal enemy when I was a teenager and how our relationship improved. And the best thing that came out of this trial was that my parents came to know Jesus personally. They were touched by the love, prayers, and financial help that Christians showered upon us. So my friends, the next time you encounter a trial, instead of asking why, ask, Lord, what do you want me to learn? The second strategy is to surround yourself with encouragers. When you look at the Facebook post of Dr. Irene Lim Tran, you wouldn't think that she has stage 4 ovarian cancer and was given only a 30% survival rate of 5 years. Because she always carries a smile and keeps an upbeat spirit. Look at these beautiful photos. She underwent surgery and chemotherapy sessions. Her PET scan last September 24 showed no sign of cancer activity from her neck down to her thigh. However, her cancer went to the brain, so she had neurosurgery on December 21, 2020 to remove the 1.6 by 1.8 tumor. She praised God that the neurosurgery only took 45 minutes and that she didn't experience pain and didn't have double or blurred vision. She had 3 sessions of 5-minute radiation, and her MRIs since showed that her brain is clean with no sign of cancer coming back. And she'd like to thank God for all of this. Though this cancer journey was not easy, she was able to have a joyful spirit. And her secret is that she surrounds herself with a lot of encouragers. Her number 1 cheerleader is her husband, Dr. Wilson Tran, who truly fulfilled his wedding vow to be there for her in sickness or in health. Her family serves as another pillar of support. She's the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Lim Yok-kun. When her sister, Nenetzi, was still alive, they talk on the phone, share Bible verses, spiritual songs, and pray once a week. Her brother, Dr. George, and his wife, Pressy, flew all the way from Florida to visit her. Her sisters, Judy and Alice's husband, Wilson, also visited her all the way from the Philippines. And her husband's side of the family were also very, very supportive. Many friends, and even those who she doesn't know personally, helped her through each challenges. I'm sorry, but I can't mention all your names because of time constraint. Dr. Irene said that what helped her persevere in her fight with cancer is her faith in God. Knowing that worrying will not make the problem go away, she chose to focus on God's character. Knowing that someone bigger than the universe loves her and is in control gives her great relief. And even if she dies, she knows she will go to heaven because that is what God promised to those who will believe in Him. She drew strength from reading the Bible. One of her favorite verses is Psalm 50 verse 15, which says, "And call on me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you and you will honor me." And she said sometimes God will send sparrows and even a deer to remind her of His care. And she can see them through their bedroom window. So my friends, the 2 strategies to enhance your AQ would be focus on the upside of adversity and surround yourself with encouragers. If you want to share your own story or tips on how to improve one's AQ, feel free to comment below. If you're blessed, please like, subscribe, and share this video to others. And do follow Adjusting Your Heart in TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. And I'd like to thank several people for encouraging us: Pastor Carl Lim, Elder Lo at Arkansas, Jamin Ko, Grace Ong of UCP, Michelle Cienfuego, and Peter Tiope. Next week, our topic will be how to enhance your AQ Part 2. Stay safe, everyone.